Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be across this beautiful blue-green globe of ours. Welcome to Real News Live. This is the Happy New Year show for 2024 into 2025. I'm your host, Mike Barrett, in Las Vegas, Nevada, joined as I always am on Mondays and Wednesdays, when we do Wednesdays, by my co-host, the lovely lady with the lustrous hair, Jennifer Fahw in Hayden, Idaho. Jen, how are you today?
Oh, great. Doing good. Snowing outside. It's pretty.
It's did you have a good weekend?
Yeah, I had a wonderful time with my girls. Yeah.
I didn't. Basically every team the Seahawks needed to win lost, so they're eliminated from the playoffs because their quarterback sucks. And the entire Seahawks fan base, 90% of it, is delusional about the quarterback being the problem. I went and saw Duran Duran last night at the Fountain Blue. That was a nice arena.
Oh, good. Fun.
They're kind of You guys should throw in some new songs. Okay, throw out some of the old ones that nobody liked ever anyway, and play some new songs. And they're getting a little long in the tooth there, but it was a fun night anyway, and I spent $400 on a steak dinner for me and the bro for New Year's. So I won't be spending all that much money on New Year's. I will be going out on New Year's, but I won't be spending that much money tomorrow night. So
easy enough to do. Every time I leave the house, I spend like $300.
Yeah. Fortunately, downtown they have a couple of bars there with Dos Equis, so at least I'll be drinking good beer tomorrow night. And
that's my favorite too.
Yeah, and you can either the lager or the amber. They're both great beers, so absolutely love them. So we're gonna wait a few minutes while we get everybody into the stream. Takes a while for the YouTube side to catch up. So Jen, why don't we just do our usual thing, talk about our usual sponsors and all that stuff. So I just want to let everybody know that censorship is still a thing. And if we should get censored off of YouTube, like my interview on Friday with Carrie Ann Thornton, the medbed lady, the medbed girl. Wait a minute, why are you on top? If that happens, if that gets taken down, you can always go to mikebarra.blogspot.com, where you can pick up all of the latest information on the shows we're doing. There's the MedBed interview with Carrie, my books, articles I've written. I don't really write articles anymore. Videos I've made, presentations. There's a video about the Calvine UFO photo, presentation I did on ancient aliens and JFK. Interviews with experiencers, people like Marina Sarin, and all kinds of cool stuff over at mikebarra.blogspot.com. So as long as Googlepedia doesn't take that website down, you'll be able to find out what's going on. Also, please, those direct you straight over to, they direct you to the Rumble channel, Real News Live with Mike and Jen, which is our channel. I see there's a bunch of people already in there. Thank you guys for being here, and it is our channel now. We had a mess where we're up to 4,200 followers. So almost everybody who was following us on the channel that wasn't a channel are now following us on our channel that is a channel, Jen. That's exciting. It's complicated. This is the channel to follow, Real News Live with Mike and Jen, not Real News Live, not anything else. Follow us there, and you will get all of the latest shiz. Okay, also, please don't forget to visit our wonderful sponsors, the CBD Gurus, over at thecbdgurus.com, where you can get all kinds of awesome CBD products for your health. Slide to the wholesale tab, slide down to Mike B Wholesale, type in the discount code ALIEN, no capital, no S, ALIEN, that's it. And get this week's specials. And still giving away currency is Matt Johnson over there at the CBD Gurus. Absolutely wonderful folks. Matt is one of the best human beings on the planet. So if you find any of these products that do you good, that do your pets good, absolutely keep picking them up. Keep helping out Matt, keeping the doors open, keeping the business going. He is a stud of a guy. So Matt Johnson over there at the CBD Gurus. Also, please don't forget to visit my other site, MikeBarraPets.com, where you can get all kinds of mushroom-based health supplements for your doggies, your kitties, your horsies. Some awesome stuff based on the Coriolis versicolor and reishi mushrooms, among other products and mixtures that they have. Click on the shop now button, slide on in there. They got mush puppies for the dogs, special sauce for the dogs and cats, the mojos for Barkley, pet balm for kitties and doggies. I'm giving Miss Fluffy Muffy that, trying to heal up her hot spots. Chill Doggies, a new great product for keeping your dog calm. Mush Ponies for the horses. And then, of course, the Enforce series of products for human beings. Enforce Plus supports your immune system. You've got Enforce Clarity for your mental. My mental what, Jen? I forgot. I must need to take Enforce Clarity. Your Enforce Restore for your organs like your pancreas and blood sugar and all that stuff. Enforce Shield, another good antiviral product. And they got all kinds of stuff. They got chocolates, they got coffee, they got body balm, they got starter packs. Send an email to Diana over there, who runs MikeBarraPets.com. If you have any questions about your health, the health of your dogs, your cats, your horses, any animal for that matter. She is a certified pet nutritionist and will get you in the right direction. You can just send her an email at MikeBarraPets@gmail.com. Link in the description. Also, please don't forget, if you need stuff like, I don't know, health insurance, cell phone service, you want to save money on your energy bills, slide on over, link in the description, to the ACN family of companies. Impact Healthcare is the most popular and successful of the products that they provide. You can get over there and get videos and watch what it's all about. Basically, it's a health sharing program that replaces health insurance at 1/3 the cost. Every doctor takes it. You can pick any doctor you want. You hand them your card. They do the billing. They get paid faster. They get paid more. They like it better than Blue Cross or Blue Shield, and it's cheaper for you by about 1/3 or 2/3, actually. So it's like 33% of the cost. Great product, great people. Started in churches, started with folks who wanted to just pool their funds together to take care of the flock. Great stuff. And we're also going to be adding a new sponsor here in 2025, Legal Shield. I'm going to be having probably a side bar kind of expert from Legal Shield on. I just signed up for this company. They basically provide legal services of many, many different types. They're prepaid. The lowest plan is $37 a month. That covers most everything, including like if you got pulled over for a DUI, had a little bit too much wine, singing and song for New Year's Eve, they would help defend you. I also got a special $14 a month rider because I'm a gun owner. Cool stuff, cool company. Going to have an expert on from them coming in, and we'll add it on to one of our shows next week at the end for anybody who wants to stick around. But I really like Legal Shield, and there should be, I don't know if there's a link in the description yet, but make sure you let them know that you signed up through me if you decide to sign up, if you check it out ahead of time. All right, Jen, tell us. Ooh, whoops, I never shared the Legal Shield. There's the Legal Shield website. Just go there, check it out, send me an email. I'll get you hooked up. Jen, why don't you tell us what is going on over at JenniferFahw.com before the end of the year?
Okay, well, all of the Christmas specials are over, and I am catching up on all the emails from that. But now I am offering the weight loss healings. It is January. It is time to start thinking about it after all the cookies and everything that we ate for the holidays. So a weight loss healing is an energy cleanse. It is a healing on things that you may have in the body that would stop you from losing weight, like thyroid and diabetes, all these things. Okay. And it is also a talk with the soul. So it's kind of like hypnosis. It's a talk with the soul to encourage you to get your subconscious and your conscious mind paired up together to achieve your weight loss goals. And so it's a talk with the soul to get you to stay on your plan and want to do it. Okay. And that's what people comment, is that it was just so much easier for me to stay on this diet, to stay on this plan. I didn't have these destructive thoughts and fall back into old patterns. Now, it's recommended to do this, I'd say bi-weekly. Okay, that's what I would do for me because that's what I need. But you can do it monthly. It's recommended during this weight. It just depends on how determined you are and how hard it is for you to stick to your plan. So if after a while, the old habits take over and it kind of wears off. So it's also we put this red light in there. It's like a fat burn. And the soul is told to eliminate the excess fat and not to save excess food and toxins as fat in the body. And so that starts, working as well. So
Flush them out. Yeah.
Now, if you don't want to be on your diet and you're like eating pizza and everything, and you just expect to get this weight loss healing and everything's going to magically happen, it's not going to work. So this is something that will help you achieve your goals. And so that is available now. For multiple purchases, if you'd like to do it every other week, if you'd like to do it once a month, use the love button. If you're setting off on a long weight loss plan, email me about it and say, can you make me a deal for like 4 months? And we'll do that.
Okay.
Go to jenniferfahw.com.
If you want to lose weight, just tickle Jen's love button. Okay. Did I say that out loud? I'm sorry. I could not resist.
Unfortunately, yes.
Unfortunately, I couldn't.
I would like to say something. Today is Christine Packer's birthday, and I would like to say happy birthday, Christine Packer. We love you, and I hope you have a lovely day.
I know she couldn't be here. She's got something going on today. So, Jen, you got any New Year's resolutions? I have one, and it is got to do with weight loss. I promised my doctor I would cut down to one of these a day starting on Thursday. That is my first day. Wish me luck. It's going to be hard because it's like when you get start dragging a little bit, in the middle of the day, maybe ate a little bit too much for breakfast. You really want that sugar and caffeine boost. I am cutting down. This is my second one today.
Well, that's one thing we do in the weight loss healing. We talk to the soul. We'll say like, you have no desire to drink Dr. Pepper, and you don't like carbs and things like that. So it's not carbs. Going to. So it's kind of like, and the subconscious, the soul has to accept that. And so I ask the soul, do you accept? And if they say yes, then we've paired the conscious and subconscious mind for a while. And so maybe you should get one.
Okay. All right. We made our way through all that. There are approximately, about 1,800 of you guys in the live stream right now. I appreciate each and every one. Almost 2,000. Appreciate each and every one of you. Okay. What you came here for, of course, is the information and the news. And all I can say about the news is we are not supposed to be here. Jen and I should not be here. We should be at the bank or the exchange center, swapping some of our paper for digital numbers on a screen that allow us to go out and buy stuff. That's where we should be right now. I was 90% last night that we would be here in the morning, and it did not happen. So normally I will go and call around some of my sources, and I do have a few sources. One special contact, Jen, that I think you also know. And to this morning, I didn't have to call him. He called me. And so he gave me some pieces of information that are kind of interesting. He has contacts in Iraq, and he has another contact who I don't know the origin of, and I don't think he knows the origin of, just a guy who's told him stuff that's come true in the past about this currency reset. So he got a call from the Iraqi sources, and he hung that up, and 10 seconds later the phone rang, and it was the other source, and they don't know each other. So they were both boom, boom, coming in, telling him the same thing. What they told him is this: it's still planning to go today or tomorrow. still being planned for today or tomorrow. Doesn't matter what time of day. I got into an argument with a douchebag in my Telegram who's like, oh, well, the Forex comes on at 5 on Sunday. If it's not there, then it's not going to happen. Bullshit. Okay, Iraq can revalue their currency any fucking day, time, or hour, or second that they want to. So stop spreading this BS. And also, I got into a lot of fights yesterday on Telegram, eliminated a lot of people who don't get what's going on. At any rate, what we're talking about is the rate for the dinar. And they're saying today, tonight, or tomorrow is still on. I have no information from my bond guys. I have 2 bond guys. I have nothing from them. I believe they're not going to get paid until the revaluation takes place. Mark showed lower denomination bolivars today, which he believed were the new money and that they are real. And that is an indication that, yes, the bolivar is going to be part of the package that's going to happen. We also have absolute confirmation that this Majid account, who's gone after me, and that should tell you everything you need to know about Majid, is a bot, is an automated response machine. Probably there's somebody behind it, but it is not a real person. It is not a real account. Neither is Ariel. So be extremely cautious of information you get from them. And I will simply say this, that what they're spewing out today is basically the same thing that I'm telling you right now from completely independent sources that have nothing to do with them. So, Jen, that's all I got. It was supposed to have been done by now. It is done. And we don't know what is holding it up. The last thing that we had was that it was the United States holding it up. And they're the ones who are refusing to release. I also know that the banks and the redemption centers are sitting there ready to go once again and expecting that they will be going right away. Now, with a holiday coming up in 2 days, are we going to go before the end of the year? I don't know. I remember asking Jen about a month ago when I was thinking about making a large financial decision. Is this thing really going to go by the end of the year? And your guys said, yeah. And I guess they could be off by a day, or 2. I don't know. So
Well, the thing keeps
kind of don't know where
moving,
we're at.
so I don't know what to tell you.
No, I'm
keep
just saying.
moving it.
Yeah, we don't know where we're at. We know that it should be happening by now. We are ready to go. That's what we know. So I know you got some other information, and not other information, but you got information, and I don't know what it is. And let's hear it and see what we got from the angels today.
Okay. All right. Now, I do have some contacts, but I asked them not to tell me anything on a Monday or, until I get the Gentel done. But I am hearing that what I'm getting in Gentel is matching up with what they've been told. And you can't just have everybody in all these different places being told the same thing all at once, over and over again, and having it all be false. They keep moving it. So this is where we're at now. All right. This is Gentel for 12/30/2024. Interdimensional meditation. I went in and I spoke with Jesus, Archangel Michael, Gabriel, Uriel, and Haniel on the 6th level of heaven. The dress was light blue. Okay.
Tiffany.
We always take a look at the dress. Sometimes there's some
Tiffany
message.
blue. Tiffany blue. That's
yeah,
Kennedy.
it was kind of like Tiffany blue, actually.
It's a
That's
Kennedy
more of a
Trump.
turquoise, but yeah.
It's a Kennedy Trump color. Jackie used to wear Tiffany blue, and Melania took to wearing Tiffany blue.
Oh, that's interesting.
In the White House.
That's interesting.
So I'd let you know that.
Okay. RV News. I asked, when can we expect notifications for exchange for Tier 4B? First of all, when I walked into meditation, I was standing in the field in front of my tree. Jesus, my whole team walked up, and Jesus was in front of them and walked up to me, took my hand for clarity. So I did the best I can today. This is what I got. I asked, when can we expect notifications to exchange for Tier 4B? Gabriel said, Wednesday into Thursday. I said, as I've been suspecting, when I tune into this, into Trump and this whole RV for Tier 4B, he said, I asked, do they want this to happen in the next calendar year? And Gabriel said Trump wants it to happen after January 1, 2025, so that his administration can adjust any taxes, fees, limitations back to January 1, 2025. That is his decision, and that's probably what's holding it up. I feel
Jen,
like
we may have had a hiccup there. Thank you, Cox Cable. Fuck you, Cox Cable. Can you repeat the part? Trump wants it to happen within, and then it stopped. So could you repeat that part of it again? Because I think some people may have missed it.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. We'll start over. RV News. When can we expect notifications to exchange for Tier 4B? Archangel Gabriel said Wednesday into Thursday. I asked, do they want this to happen in the next calendar year? Because that is what I've been intuitively getting when I tune into Trump lately, that is something that he wants to do. So that, and Gabriel said, Trump wants it to happen after January 1, 2025. That doesn't mean like in May. Don't freak out. That means after January 1 or on January 1. So that his administration can adjust any taxes, fees, limitations back to January 1, 2025 for whatever he needs to do. So he can do that. And then Gabriel showed me a vision. It was a group of men convening to implement something. I asked where I was, and I believe he said Iraq. But then he started talking about BRICS. He said BRICS wants to start their transition in February, March 2025. Notifications come out on a Thursday, he said, because I told him, show me the day that the notifications come out. Notifications come out on a Thursday, he said, early morning Eastern time. Showed me the sun rising. They want to send this out this Thursday. He said, but keep an eye on the world stage. Use those words, world stage. He says it will not take long now. It's days away. Coming in the news. Now, this was hard for me this morning because I was all stressed out about the RV. So it's just bullet points, things I heard, things I saw. I heard pardons. So there may be a little bit more of that. And then I heard efforts to stop certification of the election will fail. I saw a man drop a gavel, a wooden gavel. And I saw Grassley talking. So I don't know if it was him that did that. Kind of think so. But I'm not quite sure because there were two different visions that I saw. I heard the word licensing. Licensing. And then I heard that Trump will take office. That's the Gentel for today.
Okay. You know, it's interesting that, you know, I mean, it all aligns, the Intel and the Gentel line up. But the issue is, of course, when, like, what trigger happens that forces this thing to finally go. So if Trump is actively trying to stop it from going before the end of the year, I don't see how it's going to go through before the end of the year. So Wednesday, Thursday fits with January 1st, January 2nd into 2025. So if, you know, everything was punched out and released, and Iraq was allowed to go, they could certainly make an announcement on Thursday. Here's the thing. Iraq, as far as they're saying, doesn't need our permission anymore to revalue their currency. Let's ask that. Is that correct, that they don't need our permission to revalue their currency?
I just heard that the majority of the foreign currency holders are in the United States. Okay, so that is really important. The exchange that goes on in the United States. Not getting any more on that. So
Okay.
I don't have all these answers for you. I mean, everything's moved, everything's changed.
I know, that's why I'm asking.
Decisions have been made along the way.
Right.
And, I mean, if it happens on Thursday, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, Thursday seems like the most likely possibility at this point.
But he said, watch the world stay. So we'll have to see what they do to try and stop it.
Which is upsetting, because that's why it should have already happened a year ago, maybe 2 years ago. Is there any chance, does Trump want this to wait until he's inaugurated?
I don't believe he has to be inaugurated, but there's something about happening in 2025 after the 1st or on the 1st, so that it is in that calendar year when he takes office. So there's something important about that. That would be beneficial to all. To
make it retroactive back to 2025. Taxes, fees, limitations, you mentioned. There's a convening of a meeting. I just don't see that there's anything left to talk about. I don't know what meetings need to be happening at this point. I think everybody knows what's going on. We just need to go forward with it.
Well, directly after that, he started talking about BRICS wants to start their transition February and March.
Yeah.
I thought I was in Iraq looking at people. Are they out of office right now?
Yeah. Iraq would be in BRICS by February or March, I would think, because they would have a asset-backed or gold-backed currency. So, the gavel coming down sounds like the House of Representatives. Do you think that's Mike Johnson?
Everything was wooden.
Think that's Mike Johnson putting the gavel down?
Didn't look like him.
It didn't look like him.
Like an older white-haired man.
Now, the most interesting piece out of that last part is you said Grassley talking.
Mm-hmm. I saw him talking.
Chuck Grassley has no parliamentary function in the Senate. The only reason I could see him talking is if something happened that he had to address, which could still be he's interim president for 20 days until Donald Trump comes in. Maybe they try to make such a stink out of this certification mess that on the 6th, which is 7-8 days away now. 7 days away, that there's some sort of interim government. People are displaced, people are removed, people are arrested. I don't know. It sounds like that's going to be a very dramatic week. And it would be really nice if our private process was begun before we got to that point. Because the new Congress convenes on Friday. They're supposed to be sworn in on Friday. On the 6th, they meet to certify the election. So it could get very interesting over these next few days. That also provides good cover for us to go do our exchanges. Now, is this still going to be a private exchange? Like, in other words, when we go do our redemption center appointments, it's private. It's not publicly acknowledged that this is happening. But the Iraqi announcement of their new rate is a public thing.
I don't know how it's all going to roll out, but I know that the public announcement of the true rate, the higher rate, is like tier 5.
Yeah.
Okay. Tier
Well,
4.
Just out of curiosity, when do we see that date happening?
I don't even know, Mike. I don't even know.
You just want to ask real quick? Ask him for a date? You don't want to. But
No, I do not want to do that right now.
No, you're sweetie. You're not wrong. None of this is wrong. You're not wrong about any of this. You're not in control of this.
That's
You're
right,
taking
Mike. I'm
you're
not.
taking a
But you
snapshot.
complain and like, well, I'm not
don't
really
complain.
happy with that. Well, I'm sorry, bud.
I don't complain.
Don't
Everybody,
sell ya.
other people do, but they're just childish. So come on.
Are they? They are. Mm-hmm.
What
Some
day?
people are.
Anything?
What day is tier 5 going to come?
Yeah.
in?
What day does it? Do they say
When do
everybody?
we move into tier 5?
Tier 5, yeah.
February 4th.
As of today, that would give us a full month to do private exchanges behind the scenes for higher rates.
I heard February 4th. Take it with a grain of salt.
All right. Mark Z's going to Mar-a-Lago in May. Does anyone know why? Yeah. So let's move to questions. Guys, I hate to just tell you, there's not a lot of should have happened. We'll see if it still happens today, and we'll see what goes on. So that's all.
It doesn't matter what should have happened and what happened before. All that matters is where we are now, and that we're going to get there, and that everybody's made decisions to move this. It's been a hard-fought war. There's been things that happened to stop it. I mean, it's the hardest fought war ever for the financial change of the world, of the financial system. And it doesn't matter how disappointed you are, and it doesn't matter what happened before this, and we can keep all of these lists of all these reasons we have to be upset about this thing, but all we got right now is right here and right now where we're going. And as of this moment in time, this is the plan. And
people who know what's going on are saying it's supposed to happen. It's supposed to happen. It's going to happen. We're waiting. So yes. Stay positive. All right. Once again, don't forget your questions need to include your name and the name of the person or entity or animal that you may be asking about. That is very important for Jen to get connected. All right. First of all, M Rain is now a monthly supporter. $5 a month gets a little Red Castle. M Rain, by the way, that is the best way if you're on Rumble. Like the video, and you can also hit the subscribe button at the bottom of the screen, right above where your message is. Oh, is it like not? Yeah, it's being blocked out. It's being blocked out by my name. There's a little button down right below here that's got a little dollar sign, and you can subscribe for $5 a month. It's the best way to support the show. Or you can just hit us with a Rumble rant, and we appreciate those too. Frederica hit us with a Rumble rant. She says, "Hi, Jen. My granddaughter Kaya, who was born 5 weeks early in the hospital with a respiratory infection, wants to know what caused it and will she be okay?" Name of the person asking, please. Frederica. And we got Kaya. What caused the respiratory infection? I really think she got it from the mother. Wow, really? What's it called when the fluid gets dirty? I forget what that's called. Ladies? Amniotic fluid? Mm-hmm. I don't know. That happened. Okay. I don't like that. I guess that's as good as we're going to get. Trying to find the right distribution here. Lots of happy New Year's. Steel Girl says, Mike, your interview with Carrie Ann was so good. Yeah, it was. It was a great interview. Great person. Another one of those. Lucy. Hi, Jen. Oh, by the way, the privilege that you get for your $5 a month subscription is you get your questions answered first when it comes to question and answer time. So, Lucy says, my granddaughter Madison has a rash. It started on her neck and is now spreading to her chest. Is it an allergic reaction, fungus, or something else? Thank you. It sounds like hives.
Allergic.
Okay. Should be okay.
It's something I don't know what. It's something that was sprayed on her. I don't know if it was perfume or if she got into something or she sprayed like dry shampoo on her or something. It's a fragrance that
she's allergic to. Okay. Steel Girl, I need your name, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Will I be getting my special puppy in 2025? I don't know if you can connect to Steel Girl or not.
Around March.
Okay.
March, April, something like that. Yeah.
Sherry says, I know I'm an empath, but can you see if I have any other special gifts? Well, Jen might have a class that will help you discover those gifts, right, Jen? At JenniferFahw.com.
I do. Personal coaching as well. That's when I really evaluate that. What was the name? All I have is a
Sherry.
Sherry.
With one R. Sherry.
Quite a bit of mediumship in there, Sherry. You're just afraid of it. Mediumship, healer, empath, clairvoyant. Yeah, you got all of it.
Got the trifecta. AJ, $10 Rumble Rant says, don't take it so hard. You could be a Jets fan. Yeah, but the Jets, you guys have known for weeks you weren't going to go to the playoffs. It just sucks. It's like, look, on my Seahawks stuff over there, Seahawk Boy might be Seahawk Boys TV on YouTube and Rumble. I told everybody before the season started what was going to happen, and I hate to say it that I'm right, but I'm right again. And, Jody Allen, maybe you should hire me to run your organization for your football team because the people who are running it don't know their ass from a hole in the ground. Hi, Jen. This is Carissa. What month do you see me ending my current project?
April. But you might choose to bail out, but I think you do.
April?
Finish it up.
Shaylin says, Mike, Carrie Ann put out a video yesterday saying that our humanitarian funds is what will be used to pay for medbed treatments. I believe that's true. I can't find that video today, though. Do you know anything about it? No, Carrie has her website. She may have taken it down for some reason, or her YouTube, but it should be there. Frederica, another $5 Rumble Rant says, Jen, do you see me going to Atlanta in about 2 months? And will we be in a rental? I need to pack at least 6 weeks in advance because of anxiety. My speech is still improving. Well, good for you. I'm glad your speech is improving, Frederica. Jen, did you work on her speech? You helped her a little bit with that, with the healing?
Mm-hmm. You go, but it's a little bit later than you thought you would. It takes a little bit longer to get that together.
Mercedes, Sarah with an H, says, Jen, can you see when my husband Jeremy will get his Toyota truck sold?
This weekend.
Okay. Oh, Carol has a special request. She says, I've got a weird request. We've got a beautiful cat up in one of our trees. We need to know how to get it down without our bloodthirsty yard dogs getting it. Okay, put the dogs in the garage, first of all, and go get the kitty cat. Oh.
Leave the dogs inside for a while, and she'll come down on her own.
Okay. Patriot Sunny says, I didn't expect to see a show today from you and Jen. Love seeing you both. Well, no, we told everybody we were going to be here. Christy Swan here. Jen, can you tell me how far I will have to travel to exchange?
20 minutes.
Kim says, you were right, Jen. Hubby left his job, but was wondering if he finds something soon. to keep his spirits up. I have faith, but convincing him is more difficult. So she's trying to
He kind
encourage
of takes like a break for a month.
Yeah.
And then figures out what he wants to do from there.
I took a break before for 6 months. The problem is it was real attractive. So I just don't think I just never went back to engineering. Super Dave, aka Pork Chop, a $50 Rumble rant. Thank you, Super Dave. We love you too. You're a great guy. Steven says, I tweaked my lower back doing deadlifts, but the pain is still lingering. Do I need to see a chiropractor or will it sort itself over time?
It's mostly muscular. You do have some things out of place, so that a chiropractor would help with the muscle tension, but I see sore muscles.
You know, guys, I know that there's this men's thing that's out there that you constantly have to be lifting weights and you constantly have to be working out and you constantly have to be lifting more and more and more. And I know a guy, Donovan, who's on YouTube and some other channels, and he's up to 425 pounds. And I'm just going to tell you right now, that thought process only ends one way. It ends with you injuring yourself. It ends with you pushing your body beyond what it can do. If you can lift 225 pounds once, you're strong enough, okay? If you can lift it 5 times, you're good. 10 times, you're good. 20 times, you're a football player, okay? That nobody needs to do more than that. So, Stephen, I support you bettering yourself. I think working out is important. I wish I felt good enough physically to work out more. But guys, this nonsense that you have to constantly be doing more with your workout is just that. It's nonsense. You can be good enough as long as you do it every day. That's what matters. January 2nd is my birthday, says DB Young. It would be a great day. It would. Chrissy says, hi, Mike and Jen. I love you guys completely, but I absolutely hate Rumble. When I watch you on YouTube, I have no stops, no start, none of that. Crap, whenever I watch you on Rumble, but I do pay you the $5. I can see that, Chrissy, because you're a $5 a month subscriber. I don't have any of those problems with Rumble. Some people do. I don't. I've heard Mark Z constantly complain about Rumble's tech and Rumble sucks and Rumble, and I've never had one of those issues. So I think it's dependent on just other things. I think
the reason we started to migrate over to Rumble is because of the censorship on YouTube.
Yeah.
And you never know when you're going to get pulled down. So we got Rumble as the backup, and then it was just safer, and
yeah, we played an interview with Robert F. Kennedy, the current nominee and incoming Secretary of Health and Human Services. An interview from last week, 2 weeks ago, where he talked about ivermectin, and he talked about vaccines, and he talked about what he was going to do in office, a future government official, a nominated government official. And YouTube took it down for medical misinformation. That's how fucked up YouTube is. I'm sorry, Jen. Well, Christmas is over. I can swear again. Do I have to wait until after New Year's before I can swear?
Just behave yourself.
All right, I'm sorry. Hi, Jen. This is Holly, Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber. We are looking for property in the Haley Ketchum Sun Valley area in Idaho. Do you see us finding something in this area within the next year?
August,
good.
Which is a really good time to look up here. That's pretty much when everything's on the market too.
Yeah, and it's beautiful too, right?
Yeah. So what I'm getting is it does look like you have flat land, and we've got some hills behind. It does look like there's treed property behind it, but the rolling hills that lead up to it are clear, and so is the flat land. Some of that flat land does flood in the winter, so ask about that.
Okay.
From snow.
Jen, this is Rebecca Hill, $5 Rumble rant. Thank you, Rebecca. Will I move into my new barndo? What is a barndo? Is that a thing?
Barndominium.
Barndominium. Before June 2025, if not when. And who is my angel? So
you build one. So it takes longer than that.
Okay. Okay. And he wants to know her angel's name.
Well, one question, please.
All right. Okay. Rhonda, $10 Rumble rant. Hi, Jen and Mike. This is Rhonda. Does my dad, Roger, have any messages for me? He passed 2.5 years ago. Rhonda and Roger.
He said, I'm listening. I know what you know. He's talking about something personal. And you're right. You're right, he said.
Okay, you're right. No, Grassley, as president pro tempore, it's pretty much a ceremonial thing. I mean, he doesn't preside over the Senate unless 4 other people don't show up. So it's not like he has some parliamentary role there. He really doesn't. David Murtos, $5 a month subscriber. Little Red Castle says, Happy New Year, Mike and Jen. Will Q ever post again? And was Trump involved with Q?
Yes, he was involved in Q. He was involved in the original idea of Q.
Interesting.
Will he post again? Will that? Interestingly enough, yeah. I mean, I think I'm in the late spring.
Interesting. Okay. Joanne says, Angela's 35th birthday is tomorrow on New Year's Eve. Do you see me talking to her or seeing her tomorrow? Joanne wants to know if she will see Angela.
No.
Teresa asks about her mother having a massive stroke and getting into a med bed. Yes, everybody will get into a med bed when they come out. Everybody that needs it will get it. Okay, Ann B, Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber says, I want to know if there will be a positive resolution soon with my husband Jeff and the challenging situation his health and finances have caused.
If he stops resisting, most of the problem there is him not accepting what he needs to do to fix things.
Yeah. Mark Z said the RV may be happening between now and January 2nd. That's
well, there we go.
what everybody else is saying. TCOX Austin, $10 Rumble rant. Well, thank you for the Rumble rant. That is nice stuff. Is my son Dylan reincarnated from my cousin Roy? Piece 8. We need your name too, but I'll ask Jen if she can connect on that one. Let's see. Is Dylan her son? No. Renee would like to know.
Although there is some kind of communication there. That's why you're seeing the traits.
Interesting.
So son might have mediumship abilities.
Okay. Renee wants to know her spirit guide's name.
Renee. Augusta.
Wow. Hey, maybe you got Caesar. Who knows? Okay, this is not financial advice that I'm about to give. Morgan says that I see XRP is dipping. Would this be an ideal time to exit, or should I just hang in there? There is a philosophy in crypto. It's called HODL. HODLing. HODL, which stands for hold on for dear life. just going to tell you, this is not financial advice, but that is what people in crypto say and do. They
So I
just
see
hang
this
on.
line and I see a dip. And then it goes up. So dip up. Okay, so it goes back up, it flattens out a little bit higher, and then it goes way up.
Yeah. So
I don't know the
again,
timeline on that.
this is not financial advice, but I am not selling or getting rid of any of my XRP or XLM. I can say that for myself, but I am not giving financial advice. Okay. Letitia says, will I go to Vegas in January to watch my granddaughter play softball? Bring a coat if you do.
Yes.
It's so freezing here in January. All right. That'll be fun, Letitia. We'll see you then. Happy New Year, Mike and Jen. This is Diane Y. My daughter Tori is going on her second job interview. My question is, will she get the job? Will Diane Y's daughter Tori, Tori, get the job?
Yes.
Good
Hands.
for her.
Shaking hands.
Yay. Peggy, $25 Rumble Rant. Thank you, Peggy. You rock. Hi, guys. It's Peggy. I hope Jesus can answer this. I'm so confused. Do I need to get a trust in Massachusetts, or can I do it in Florida where I will exchange? Thank you. Well, this is not financial advice, and neither Jen nor I is a expert on trusts or anything like that, nor are we giving legal advice. But Jen, would she be better off getting her trust in Massachusetts or Florida? What do the angels think?
I don't know, but what I'm getting is it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Okay. Next. Good morning, Mike and Jen. Janet here. Well, my pup Sophie occasionally has a weird cough. It's almost like anxiety. Can you take a look and see what's causing this?
There is fluid coming down from the actually from the ears, the nose, the nasal. It comes down, and so it's like postnasal drip for people.
Interesting. Get her ears checked. Elaine R says, do you see me buying a house by myself or with someone? Interesting.
With someone.
Good. Maybe good. Jen, this is Lynn. I've been lost since my mom passed away 2.5 years ago. Do you see me finding joy soon in work or maybe meeting someone? That is Lynn.
Well, you've been hiding. It's time to emerge. Okay. This is not what mom wants for you. She's saying she raised you to go on after she left. And it's time for you to allow yourself to do that. So let's take a look here and see what we get.
Listen to mom. Global Carrie says,
it's going to take you about 1.5 months to get used to that kind of idea, but it's something that's needed to be said. And then I see you making arrangements to spend time with people.
Good. Global Carrie says, I saw Duran Duran in Tampa last year. Couldn't believe how great they still are. Arena sold out here. Wanted to go to Miami at a Fontainebleau. Yeah. Except for the guitar player, Don Brown, who can't play at all. So when I go to my MedBed appointment, I'm going to get guitar playing skills embedded in here. And then I'm going to audition to be the new guitar player for Duran Duran, because the guy they have now sucks. Okay. He's no Andy Taylor. He's no Warren Curcurillo. He can't play. He sucks. God, you heard last night on Ordinary World, he just destroyed the song. It's like, dude, you're in the wrong key. You know, make sure you get 2 keys to your hotel room since you can't find your key. Okay. Hi, Mike.
That's an interesting question.
Much love and light. Rex here. My son keeps getting respiratory cough, sometimes dry, sometimes phlegmy. His name is Julian. I think it's Julian.
There's a low-grade infection in the body. They need to get the different antibiotics in there, maybe like a stronger one to wipe that out. It keeps coming back.
Maybe try colloidal silver too. I need to pick some of that up for myself. Jen, there's stuff going around saying that like magnesium oil, if you rub it on your feet before bed, it'll help improve a lot of things in your body. You sent me some magnesium oil for my birthday last year. I still have it. Is that true? And should I start doing that?
Absolutely. I could be like the poster lady for magnesium. I mean,
yeah,
there are so many ways that and so many problems that you have because your magnesium gets low, heart palpitations, muscle tension, problems
eye twitching.
all over the place, stomach problems. Yes, magnesium is good to put on the skin. It absorbs into the muscle tissue, yes, and the joints.
I had a migraine 2 days ago, first one in quite a while, and I realized I hadn't taken my magnesium for 4 or 5 days. And I'm like, duh, no wonder.
I start getting tension headaches when mine gets low.
Yeah.
Start feeling anxious. You know, my heart will start pounding. You know, don't sleep well.
Yeah.
Stress creates cortisol in the body, and cortisol is the stress hormone, and it depletes magnesium. And when that happens, you start having problems. And we're all under a state of stress for quite a while now. And like, so take your magnesium.
Susan Gretz is in here. Hi, Susan. Hey, I have a missing mag clip for my Ruger LCP2. I misplaced it somewhere. Is it in the car, or is it in a coat, or is it in a bag? Just throwing that out there to you, Susan, if you don't mind. Jen, my daughter Katina, might be Katrina, has a tumor. Do we wait for the med bed or play the medical game?
What's the name? No. What's the name?
Katina or Katrina? I don't know. It might be a misspelling. It says Katin.
That's the daughter?
That's the daughter.
What's the mom?
There's no name. Just change is coming.
You need to do something about that now.
Always assume that neither the RV nor the med beds are coming anytime soon. Always assume that. Little Barb, who I assume is Barb, $5 Rumble Rant says, do I have any special gifts I should pursue?
Barb?
Barb. I believe it's just Little Barb, yeah.
Your strengths really lie in communication, writing, and your life experiences. I think you should be a writer. I do. I think it's something you thought about before and just never really thought you could do it, or put it aside, but pick back up.
Super Dave gave us another $5 because he forgot to ask a question. He wanted to get attention. Jenna forgot to ask. Ariane's mother, Karen, has been throwing up for 4 weeks. Is it something serious? Well, it's always serious.
It's an ulcer.
It's an ulcer. Okay.
It might be a bleeding ulcer. She needs to go in.
Yeah. Okay, a couple of questions we've already got. Pregland. That's an interesting name. Hi, Jen and Mike. Paula E is asking if you can see what my mother's problems are with her health. Doctors can't find anything wrong. Interesting.
That would be a full medical evaluation reading. That's listed on my website. That's going to take more time than I have.
Okay. Get a medical reading. Elaine, yes, everyone can make it to 5D if they work on themselves.
Okay, I have to get going in like 5 minutes, so we need to move over to...
Okay, let's see if we have a couple more Rumble rants. Let's get through those. Lynn Boo. Lynn, okay, we already asked that question. Lynn, thank you for the Rumble rant. Nancy, $20 Rumble rant. Will my son Bill make it home safe from Jekyll Island, and when?
It's like March 23rd, March 20-something. Yes.
Good.
Does have a little bit difficulty getting home. I mean, but he makes it.
Cool. Joe says that was a fantastic interview with Carrie Ann. Let's play It All Comes to Fruition. I think it's going to by the 20th, hopefully sooner than that. Jim Simmons says, Mike and Jen, I see the MSM is pushing the bird flu and jabs to follow. It just keeps getting more insane. They're going to try another pandemic. I assume it's going to fail if they do, but yeah.
Yeah, but it's not working. because of all the ivermectin and all the therapies that are out there, people aren't. And then all the bad, most people that have gotten the vaccines have heard so much and known so many people have had problems. They don't want any more. So that's going to fail. They'll try it. They're going to try everything they can. And they'll try everything they can to screw up and slow him down during his administration. I do think that's one of their plans, should he get in, is to try and do that again like they did last time.
Yeah, they're trying to stop. They're trying to stop the certification first, but that will fail. Laura Yoder wants to know if Trump really believes in Mike Johnson as the Speaker of the House, or is this theater? Or will a different one be chosen than Mike Johnson? Or will Mike Johnson be the next Speaker of the House?
There is a different one coming. I think Mike Johnson steps down, and it's an older man, white-haired man.
Okay. Interesting. Thomas Klein says, good morning, Jen and Mike. When do you see my son TC buying his own house and moving out of mine?
That is always your question.
Yeah. Oh, is it? I didn't know we did that every week. I kind of forget it.
I think he built one. So what does that tell you?
Yeah. Tony Vega, rumors are circulating about Trump being the one to hold it up. Yeah, that's kind of what the Gentel said today, is that Trump is holding it up for reasons that will ultimately be beneficial to us. But, some of us are. I think most people would pay taxes to get their hands on the other half of the money that they might have coming to them.
Think about it. It's like the bonds are taxable. That's a lot.
Yeah.
And who'll be giving that to?
A bad guy. Yeah. I'm not a thing anymore, but Donna.
The gift tax gone. That's what I want, so I give.
Okay. Donna says, Mike, I've been following you for a long time. Never commented, but the interview with Carrie was awesome. I think so too. I let her know that and follow you when you are on Mark Z. Best wishes for a Happy New Year. Thank you, Donna. That is a very nice thing to say, and I appreciate that very much. I will say something here that I'm not noticing in the chat today, which has got me a little torqued off. Okay, I haven't seen anybody compliment Jen's hair today. And it's almost a new year, and she needs her hair complimented. So get on that right away, folks.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay. All right. Well, then don't compliment her. Happy birthday to Christine Packer from Scott Ferguson. Yeah. Did you see Phil told people to stay off airplanes? It's like, God, he flies more than any human being I'm a person I've ever seen in my life. He flies almost as much as Taylor Swift. Come on, Phil. STFU. Is there anything going on with the rash of plane crashes? Is there some deliberate aspect to this, or is it just a series of coincidences that we've had a lot of plane issues here lately?
I think it's a maintenance thing, and I think it's because they've got, there's always a lot of flights, but it's a busy season, really, back and forth, getting people here and there for the holidays and stuff. That's probably what it is.
It's the busiest time of the year, guys.
Not taking the time to properly maintain these planes and just getting them back up in the air too fast.
Does Jimmy Carter and Lyndon State have anything to do with the RV?
Doesn't have anything to do with the RV. We're back over in the major cabal players taken out kind of arena with that. There is something significant, and I don't know if he just died or if he's been dead.
A lot of people are saying they thought he was dead several years ago, and I'm like, I don't remember that. But when people have these Mandela effect moments, I kind of pay attention to them. But yeah.
Kind of reminds me of the Queen.
Yeah, exactly. How long was she dead before?
There's a reason why it's happening now, though. I will tell you that.
Marcia or Marcius says, according to Frank 26, there was a big party at the CBI Bank in celebration. And Frank also wore his white suit last night, and he said he would wear a white suit the night before it happened. So even Frank 26 thought it was happening.
Well, you know, and you can't have all these different channels getting the same information coming out.
Yeah.
It's not all misinformation. And then I go in and I don't listen to them until after the fact, and I go and get the Gentel and it matches up with them. So, I mean,
it's pretty good stuff. Yeah.
So the only thing I can conclude is that we have these plans. Okay, this is the plan now. This is our projected date now.
Right.
This is where we're at now. Something happens and they're like, okay, now this is where we are now.
Yeah.
So it keeps.
Is that true though? Can we ask the Angels? Was there a party at the CBI, the Central Bank of Iraq, within the last couple of days? They have a little party celebrating.
Not like an actual party. He was just like, he was saying that to relay some kind of message without actually saying something.
Okay.
All right, I gotta get going.
Oh, you do? Okay, Trump could be sworn in immediately after January 6th and still have an inauguration later on January 20th. Yes. Oh, this is interesting. Isn't Grassley president pro tempore of the Senate? Yes, he is, or he will be when the new Senate convenes. Wouldn't he be involved with this certification if Kamala couldn't be? Yes, but Kamala has, I believe it's come out that she said she's going to certify and not argue about it. So, all right, guys, that is Jenna Psychic. Yeah. Does a bear in the woods? Yeah, Jen's a psychic. So, angelic medium, right, Jen? Isn't that what you kind of prefer?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thanks, guys. Everybody, head over to jenniferfahw.com for the latest and greatest. Jen has a reading to get to. Everybody have a wonderful, happy New Year. Jen, what are your plans? I'm going downtown Vegas, and it'll be a big party down there. What are you doing?
I don't go out on New Year's. Too many drunk cowboys around here. I just hang out at home.
Are you gonna have a little get together at the house or anything? Have some friends over? No.
I don't know. I always keep the door open for the kids to have their friends over here if they want to, so they don't have to go out and be mixed up in that with the drunk drivers and everything. So, we'll see. Open door policy.
Okay. Everybody have a wonderful New Year's and New Year's Eve. There's college football playoffs on New Year's Day. And the most depressing day of the year is approaching, where I have to take down all the Christmas decorations because you can't leave them up all year. But we'll get through it.
Leave them up till March. Why not?
Yeah, no, it's because it's not there. And yes, I am going to need to do a Seahawks video in the next couple days. So stay tuned. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow because I don't have Toxically Masculine Tuesday because it's New Year's Eve. Everybody have a wonderful New Year's Eve. Jen and I will be back on Monday unless something happens that we come back sooner than that. Enjoy yourselves. Have a great time. Take care of yourselves.